Nice shot.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. How we live, how we live, they don't love her, they just love her how we live. You was never around, had to hold it down. We the youngest, we was thugging, you was never found. What's that feeling? I'm the realest. All them nights I had to struggle trying to...
I'm blaming it on me.
North Carolina, as we get ready for this interconference contest here at the Time Warner Cable Arena. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Damian Lillard out there with Henderson. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. Then there's Davis. And it's Plumlee in at the center, filling out the middle.
Tell you what, man, it looks as though the light is officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
Going back to Ed Davis, his rebounds, field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside, and Greg, the skill set to convert scoring opportunities as well.
And Kevin, you can see his confidence grow. He just needs to keep at it to reach his full potential.
Outside Jefferson. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Walker. To the paint. Here's Williams. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Fellas, that two-hand mop to slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Now Batum, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. Plumlee with the steal. And here we go, fast break. Look at that. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Wasted no time on that one. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. To the inside. Plumlee with the steal. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Plumlee against Jefferson. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Walker the pass to Jefferson. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Plumlee sets the pick for Henderson. Williams with the steal. Batum dishes to Williams. And Batum kicks to Walker. No good from 18.
Yo, I'm in the gym hitting nothing but purpose with this nigga. I get in the game and can't fucking buy a bucket with him.
I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. Batum against Lillard. Plumlee. And it comes off the front of the rim.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Walker against Lillard. Williams passes to Jefferson. Wide open look. And that one's good.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Kid Gilchrist with the steal.
Not an easy play to come away with the steal there.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break. Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And Walker kicks to Batum. Back to Walker. 11 feet away. That's short off the rim.
And Charlotte's defense. Ooh, getting frisky. It's not every day we see a dunk like that.
I hope everybody was harnessed in for that one.
Boy, I tell you what, that's an earth shaker there.
To the middle. And finished off by Jefferson.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Lillard attacking. They get it back. Outside for Davis. Now, here's Aminu. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Here's Plumlee. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys. And Nicholas Batum injuring his wrist last season. He was pushed in the back by Larry Sanders on a dunk and went down hard.
The first one falls. We saw that wrist bother Batum all season long. His shooting numbers down drastically. Clark, a major blow for him.
And you know what? The league might have to look at that. I mean, Sanders got a one-game suspension, but is that really enough to discourage that kind of reckless foul? It's a thin line, but I think it's worth further look.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Jefferson. And it's sent back by Plumlee. They recover it. Clock at 6. Williams dishes to Jefferson. Here's Aminu. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Walker's shot is off.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
At the top of the key, Batum. Walker goes in. That's tipped. And they get it back. Kid Gilchrist the pass to Williams. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Second shot opportunity. Plumlee with the rebound.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Don't blame it on me.
You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA. But this last season, with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
Oh, that's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points. But he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for the Hornets. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lamb's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
Yeah, Kevin, that's Cameo, to be exact. And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
No luck.
Man, I can't get a
So
foul.
the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
Yeah, and on the topic of Aminu, he's a bit of a tweener. Doesn't have quite the quickness and ball handling skills the top small forwards have. Doesn't have the bulk or grit to match up against the better power forwards. He's a hard fit for what you want to have done at that position.
Now Jefferson. Al-Farouq Aminu missing on the three.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Hornets trail by 3.
And guys, getting back to Aminu, he still has the tools to be a really good player, but like so many young guys, he has to focus. He has to bring the intensity 100% every game, and I could see him being one of those late bloomers, if you will.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch four.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Portland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Plumlee with a screen on Walker. Portland no good that time either. The thing about Marvin Williams, you know, we know he doesn't create for others. He doesn't generate a lot of blocks or steals. But, you know, the one thing he does, he can hit the boards, he rebounds well, and he's got a pretty good shot from outside.
Yeah, and last season he didn't have any big numbers, but the ones that were at least respectable were in the areas you just mentioned, rebounding and three-point shooting, Kevin.
Vonleh after Jeremy Lamb's three-pointer that didn't go. And that one's good. Vonleh's got his first points of the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Walker. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. No good. Hornets trail by 6. Here's Lamb. And another shot. And Walker finishes it off. Walker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And so Walker nails both of them.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality, maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
With the second effort, and the layup is up and in. Walker's got the game tied up.
Stop celebrating, get back on D, nigga.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now here's Frazier. 5 to shoot. Plumlee with the screen. Portland needs to get off a shot. The three-pointer, no good. Charlotte has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Deflects the pass. Frazier against Walker.
Crazy thing about it was I tried to shoot, but I had the icon up and didn't realize.
Hand on it. Here's Williams.
He damn sure was getting ready to pull
Gets
it.
it to go. Williams has got 6 points.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
I didn't touch it, bro. You Charlotte.
Shoot 2. The Trailblazers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. That free throw, no good. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson. Charlotte making some changes. P.J. Hairston comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Chris Kaman is checked in for Plumlee. Harkless comes in for Gerald Henderson. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Tim Frazier. But they'll get another chance. Plumlee kicks to Harkless.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot. Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam. It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
You kidding me?
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming
I'll
his way.
lose ball turn into an and one. Y'all, they gotta be better than that.
Getting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago,
Oh, he hit it.
Unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's Charlotte. They lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And let's quickly break down the game, guys. We've been watching
You
from the
gonna take
Hornets.
that?
And just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking
Come
full
on,
advantage
man.
of playing at home. And the fans have really helped them here.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Chris Kaman. Crabbe is out there with Vonleh. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And the foul called on P.J. Hairston.
Why is he still on the court?
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
They set the pick. And Portland again with the bucket.
And as you said with the Blazers, they were the only team to win 50 games and still lose more than they wanted on the road. Last team to do that was the 2013 Denver Nuggets.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Charlotte. A three from McCollum. Rebounded by Hairston. Hornets trail by 4. To the middle. A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got his first bucket in this one.
And we saw a similar first-round exit for the Blazers of that 2013 Nuggets team. If the Blazers want to go deeper this season, they'll need to be much tougher on the road.
He clearly had the speed advantage there, and he used it to burn the D for the sweet hoop. Nice play.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Inside. Here's Zeller. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And here's McCollum for 3. Hornets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. That evens the score. Lynn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Came in a screen. Dishes it to Crabb. This one for 3. And Reynolds out the dunk. You know, the layup might have been a better shot for him. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Lynn against Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Damian Lillard. And the hope for Jeremy Lin last season was that he'd take a step forward in his development, but it almost was the opposite in his play.
And that can happen. You don't always go a straight line north in your improvement in this league. He'd been on an upward swing as far as his shooting accuracy, but last season was the worst since his rookie year in that area.
And talking about Lynn last season, he never quite gelled with what they were doing in Los Angeles. Both he and Kobe need the ball to be effective, and I got a feeling you guys know which one of those two is going to get it.
Feeds it to Kaminsky. And Zeller kicks to Kaminsky. Charlotte again missing.
And, you know, getting back to Lynn, he was actually pretty strong starting out the season. In November, he made 48% of his shots, 37% from downtown. But in April, he only hit 24% from the field and was eventually shut down for the year.
Hairston, good. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Hornets?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And here we go. Here's Crabb. And his 3rd shot of the night. No good. 0 for 3. Fires the 3. No good from Lamb.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3s. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
What's that?
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
You know, I thought Charlotte went to their bench as much as most other teams last season. Those guys ate up time for the starters, but weren't nearly efficient scoring the ball as you might want them to be.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And now the fast break. Kaminsky with the ball. Here's Hairston, and the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 5-point Charlotte lead.
and I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see
I'll tell you, come back in.
Nobody near Lillard. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 10.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important.
Nigga,
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the
nah,
shooter elevates.
he was telling me,
that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
he said,
And for Noah
the night y'all dropped him off or whatever or not. Yo, when y'all went to see Big.
Top 5 in the draft,
right.
But after some shaky late workouts, he fell all the way to 9.
Charlotte calls
Whatever. It might have been last night.
You can see he has the size and range to be
He was supposed to go to work.
Excellent rebounder.
He said he came back to the joint. He said Creek was on the joint. On the VP joint, placing the order.
Because I think the tools are there. Work ethic and experience. And I think this kid is going to be a nice.
I said, no, but the funny thing about it is, right, I said, that's something you're supposed to do on your phone or something discreetly. He said he come in the door, he leaned back on the joint, he got the computer on the joint, like, you know what I'm saying? On the joint, he said, you placed in the order? He was like, yeah, man. I said, Creep. That's at his finest right there, bro. Not that bad. You just on Gizzo. Then like I said, it's cool if you do it. But like I said, he had the joint on the big screen. And said he was like, "You placed in the order?" He was like, "Yeah, man."
Y'all get on me like, damn, you don't turn down nothing. I rarely turn down shit.
Right.
I give you that. But, like, all my shit got motives on why I do what I do.
Right.
Like,
You just out here.
Huh?
He just out here.
Yeah, like, I ain't.
You just had a youngin'.
For the Trailblazers. Henderson comes in for Crail. Charlotte in the lead. Walker in the post. Covered by Lillard. Walker's shot is off. Launches the three.
I'm glad he pulled that.
Jefferson with the rebound.
I was not catching him.
Jefferson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Outside Leonard. No good off the front iron.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And it's Walker penetrating. Goes back up. Again, the miss by Walker.
No doubt.
That nigga
it's been a
releases
bit of a
like
struggle
super
for him
quick.
here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Lillard has the open look.
I'm thinking I had the ball. I'm tripping.
Lillard's got 11 points in the quarter. Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And he gets it to go.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Henderson, no good.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Batum dishes to Walker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Walker goes in. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
Ring shot on the way. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's McCollum. Great D that time from Batum.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Williams passes to Jefferson. Another shot. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. 8 points for Al Jefferson.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kid Gilchrist. Here's McCollum. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Charlotte calls timeout. And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get, a solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize Clark in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin, right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined. That's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
All right.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality. It's to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality.
And the Hornets making a change here. Lamb's checked in. They throw good. McCollum.
And, of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.'s dad was a solid NBA player in his own right. Never made an all-star team, but was a three-time NBA champion. And ultimately, that's what counts. Screen by Jefferson. Batum for three. Batum with another miss. Trailblazers trailed by 5. That was incredible.
Oh, my goodness. Fella's going to hurt somebody. With a dunk like that, probably will hurt himself.
Oh, there's too much fun to be had.
This nigga can't fucking buy a bucket. Damn.
And he's having it. That had to be fun.
Wide open.
And then Henderson with the dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And Walker kicks to Batum. Looking to get back on track here. And count it.
Right.
2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
That's good from Kemba Walker.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
Down low, Williams. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Leonard. And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
Here's Lillard. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 19 points for Damian Lillard.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Portland with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Walker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Lamb dishes to Walker. But they'll get another chance. Again, the miss by Walker. Lillard, the pass to Henderson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, shit.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Here's Walker. He's got 16. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Trailblazers as they end the second quarter with a tremendous 17-5 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Last game, he shot 5 for 26.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Lillard has been playing really well. 19 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Zeller and Jefferson are inside. Kemba Walker is up there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Hairston in the 3 spot. Kaminsky is checked in for Al Jefferson. That one misses.
And Charlotte had a lot of momentum going into last season off that playoff appearance. But they just stumbled out of the gates last season and spent the whole year playing catch-up.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Kemba Walker. Lillard against Walker. Here's Henderson. Can't get it to go. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. And for the Hornets, they seem to get back on track last January, but they faded Clark quickly after that. Were too far behind to make up room and get in the playoffs.
And you know, they had a rash of injuries, Kevin, and that really did them in. All in all, it was a season that just didn't have any traction for them because of the injuries.
And he gets it to go.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
And Walker kicks to Lamb. And a wide open look for Zeller. And the wing jumper offline. Throws it up high.
I'm trying to figure out if you ain't got the range while you out there. I'm thinking he the other ball.
Good play defensively. Up the floor. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And guys, over his first 3 seasons, no question Jeremy Lamb has been a major disappointment. Clark, his game simply didn't seem to evolve at all over that time.
Well, that's why scouting is an inexact science. You know, he was a major piece in that James Harden trade, Kevin, a few years back, but just hasn't found the traction anticipated for him.
Hairston kicks to Lamb. The feed to Hairston. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. For Portland, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
And on the topic of Lamb, he really has everything he needs to succeed. Great length and athleticism. Was an excellent all-around jump shooter in college. For some reason, his game just hasn't translated to the NBA level yet. But I think if he can improve his motor, he's going to have an opportunity to be an impact player for a long time.
Here's Aminu.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Walker with it. He's got 20. And here is Lamb. Picked by Zeller. Off the screen. No good from Lamb.
And, you know, regarding Lamb's development, most scouts felt the weaknesses he did have could be ironed out over time. Well, there's still time. He needs to improve his strength, his ball handling, and his effort on defense. All things well within his control.
Here's Lillard. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far. Hornets trail by 5. And Lamb kicks to Zeller. Kaminsky dishes to Lamb. Good. Lamb's got 10. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Plumlee. Here's Henderson. The Trailblazers rebound. Lillard outside. It's blocked. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Kaminsky leading the charge. No good from Lamb.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And that one's good by Henderson.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Lillard. The Hornets pull it in. Zeller's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. He dishes it to Hairston. They get it back. Walker the pass to Zeller. And stolen by Lillard. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. That's a court they go.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands. Always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. Clarkie keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Marvin Williams is checked in for Zeller. Batum comes in for Lamb. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Now here's Batum. Williams kicks to Lin. And Williams with the stuff.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Henderson. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
And that one falls for Henderson. A big dip in performance here for the Hornets last year. In 2014, they were very tough to beat at home, and that was not the case in 2015.
Yeah, I mean, they struggled to string together those defensive runs at home, and in the end, that led to their less than stellar record.
To the
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that. Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Davis setting the pick for Lillard. Down low. That's tipped. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And a wide open look for Lin. And the 3 ball is good. And now just a 4-point Portland lead.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
And Lillard kicks to Plumlee. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Williams. 12 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
That free throw, no good. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Charlotte. Lamb comes in for P.J. Hairston.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
Chris Kaman is checked in for Portland. Tim Frazier comes in for Lillard. Kaman. And Davis throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
What, Chris?
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Jeremy Lamb.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of the season, but the Blazers just seem to be.
What I'm saying is, you entitled to do what you want to do. I mean, you got that joint on the big screen though. And one.
Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. That he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
I never went to a wishy-washy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he can't hit the second.
Because it's kind of hard for me just to
Well, Jeremy Lin has been getting it done.
You know what I'm saying?
9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's got today have been just electric.
You look at the second half, and you can point to missed opportunities, especially at the foul line, as one of the main reasons for this loss, if they go on to do that here.
For the three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Frazier. It's deflected. Pulls up on the wing. Lin's shot is off.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Tries again. It's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
Right.
And the Hornets with possession here. 8-point game. Another shot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. Hornets on defense now. Davis inside. He's against Williams. With the shot.
Say that
And
in 3
there's the
seconds.
30-second violation. And the Hornets making a change here. Walker's checked in. Outside for Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Batum's got 5 now. McCollum dishes to Keeman. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. Got that bucket in no time at all. Walker's got 24 points.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
Shot clock at 6. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 8. So it's the Hornets now, trailing here by 8. And Clifford in his 3rd year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. He's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams.
What the? Why would
15 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers.
Why would he grab that? Idiot.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 1:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. And the shot falls short this time.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, The execution has been lacking.
The Trailblazers have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts. The first free throw is good.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. And it's Kid Gilchrist in for Jeremy Lamb. Now here's Walker. He's guarded by McCollum. A shot by Batum, no good. Trailblazers leading by 10. The shot by Harkless, no good. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Batum passes to Zeller. Batum attacking. Off target at the rim.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers lead by 10. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Hornets trail by 10. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Chris came in out there with Vonner. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Mo Harkless.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Shoots off the step back. Rebounded by Hairston. Charlotte shooting 43% for the game. And it's Williams with the jam.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
It only is because of the circumstances.
Guys will do for your team.
I said it only is because of the circumstances. Like the crib and all that. Like, yeah.
Not his best game,
ain't no
but
need
they're
for that, you know
still
what I'm
getting
saying?
it done collectively.
Hornets trail by 9. Walker dishes to Zeller. Shot is off.
Come on, man, get
Portland
big,
the
man.
other way. The 3 from McCollum.
Wow.
Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Kemba Walker picks one up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Hey, guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Brian Roberts comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Jeremy Lin in.
No, we might have to. You gotta get ready for work, right, Mark?
He's checked in for Cody Zeller.
You might have to get out this game because I gotta cut somebody. All right, bro.
And he makes.
Huh? Oh, creep. That's another thing. Like if you want to do that pack time, now you got to start working your own products in the shop, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ant ain't wanted to get back. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna tell you nothing.
I was just saying it to you because it was. I found it funny that he was on the big screen. You know, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen, I find it funny too. It's just that
If you gonna play that way,
right.
don't be in.
Right.
Don't be trying to short me.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, I got a problem with that. Do you? I'm saying, you right.
Stop by playing that rinse.
Right. Do please. No problem. No right. I ain't got nothing. One thing about me, John, bro, I ain't gonna pull that car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's not because that don't have. I mean, I ain't gonna say it don't have nothing to do with anything, but I don't pull those type of cars.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna pull that type of car unless you like really force my hand, something like that. Right. I'd rather keep my mouth shut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or bring up another situation, you know what I'm saying? To be like, yo, you know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Something got something to do with it, but not that exact situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
That is very effective. Scrolling on the big screen.
Scrolling.
Yeah. You had to be here. You just had to be here the way the Ant was explaining it. That's what made it so funny. I'm like, oh, I'm over here dying.
Crazy thing, you and Bird got back last night.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's the first thing that I said to him too, because he got back here like 11:30.
Right.
Right. First thing I said to him, so I touched the creek in him.
Huh.
Lo and behold, creek. You know, but it's other shit though. Like my setup game be mean. You know, my setup game be mean. He tells me the other day. He just busts out like, yeah, hey, that shit crazy. I said, what? He's like, look, you know, no, before then, like the day or so before then, he said, yeah, you know how to set up what's that thing called, man?
PayPal?
A PayPal thing, right?
Right.
I said, nah, I never did one of them jobs before. I said, it should be easy. Right? PayPal thing. I ain't know about it. So like a day or two later, she just busts out like, yo, like this shit crazy. Like, this shit really like work. I'm like, what you talking about? Like, nah, this is herbal shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is supposed to pull out and fire. You get all that. He's like, yeah, that game go to my PayPal. I said, yeah, that's what's up. And then, see, but if you shit like that, you tell me basically you got bread from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Alright, that's all well. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I started telling him like, yo, you might as well just go get what I tell you to do? Oh, on that new app that jump offer up.
Right.
So you might as well just start selling products on that jump.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's why I said my setup game is crazy.
Right.
We use all outlets to make money.
Right.
Then sure mine. Even shit that I ain't even into. Yo, you might as well do this. Since you're going that hard on that, you might as well go ahead and do that. I'm not. The other thing, like real expensive cheap. Alright. You ain't got that, you got this. Now, we have problems.